Welcome back to Phoenix Dirt Works. So today we're going to be currently cleaning up this brush pile, moving it off the fence line a little bit so we can burn what's left. I got about 4 of these little locations that have grown up where the previous owner had just stacked limbs and trees and stuff right against the fence line practically. And I want to get them away from the fence line, get it cleaned up, and that way I can burn them this fall. And then I'll show you on the other side where they clear cut pretty much and pushed all the trees into the woods along the wood line. Makes it real hard to get into the woods, so there's a lot of cleanup to do, but bring y'all along for the ride. And there's some more over there if we can focus in. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cleanup that needs to be done. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the videos.
So as you can see here, I'm moving over to a brush pile already made, and you can see in the fence line there, or in the tree line there, there's a bunch of trees. So just trying to get all this kind of halfway between the fence line and the tree line so I can combine all the trash and material. And you can see underneath there's just years of debris and growth. The previous owner had about 5 or 6 of these little locations along the fence line where he would clean up the fence line and just dump all the trees and limbs and stuff. So having to go through here and pick all of it up. I spent some time on the fence line a while back in a couple other videos, and I can now drive around the whole property. It's about 45 acres total with about 13 acres of field, and so I'm trying to get the field prepped so I can cut it and spray it and get it ready for hay season next year and see if I can get it useful. But as you can see, the brush pile is getting pretty big here as I'm adding to it, so there's a lot of stuff along the edges. There's 3 more brush piles that the previous owner had started just up from this one, and so I want to keep some of the trees. Obviously the more mature cedar trees, I'll keep those. I end up keeping this little bitty cedar tree right there that you see, just because it's off the fence line about 25 feet or so, so it's not going to bother anything. It's nice to have some trees out there every once in a while. Eventually, like that big cedar tree right there, I'll have to go and clean up the limbs so I can drive around it and underneath it and, cut the limbs back to probably 7 or 8 feet, maybe 10 feet, so I can clear it. But in here, there's a lot of debris, tree limbs, rocks, logs, old trees, just all kinds of stuff. But you can see right there I'm having to go around this other pile that's out in the middle of the field, and it's just been neglected. They haven't bailed this place in probably 6 or 7 years maybe. And when they cleared the field, I guess they stripped the land because they just pushed all the trees to the tree line and just left them there. So there's giant logs just hanging out over there on that tree line that you can see surrounding the whole field. And so I'm going to have to move those out. So that's why I kind of picked this. That's why I'm having to take this stuff so far, is because I want to kind of get it halfway between the fence line and the tree line. But making pretty good progress here. I think total I spent maybe 45 minutes on this one area, and it's really, I have to go back and do a little bit more cleaning up, but got all the big stuff out of the way, and I'll probably scrape it and level it. It's kind of a washout. There's a pond right there in front of me on the neighbor's property across the fence line, but to the right there, what I'm looking at right there, this is kind of a draw, a low spot where water flows down and goes right through the middle of this. I've drove over there when it was raining, and had been raining, and you can just see water flowing kind of to the left there. right where all this stuff is, and so I'm kind of surprised that it all kind of stayed there. But man, this grapple is just amazing. It makes it so much easier to move material around and be able to get stuff out of the way. So having it has been a game changer, and it came with the skid steer when I bought it. I bought the skid steer used, but this thing is a game changer. You know, I'd previously borrowed or rented a skid steer, and it just had a bucket, and you know, you can do a lot with the bucket, but to be able to grab this stuff and relocate it to where you need it, or at least out of the way, has been awesome. And then clearing the fence lines with it has been really good. So I like that it has the independent articulating claws, I guess, is what you'd say. And so it makes it a lot easier to grab non-symmetrical or uneven sized piles or trees or whatever, and just makes it a lot easier to grab more stuff. But it's definitely a game changer for sure. So going back over here, once I get all this cleared up, that pond is right there to the right on the fence line. You can see all of that in front of me right there. Eventually it'll be cleared out. So I'm gonna get rid of this cedar tree and keep the other one, but I need to go to what I said a minute ago, that other area, and clean it up and start seeing what's inside there, because there's about an acre and a half that's all grown up that I haven't even drove through there or looked at or anything. So there's plenty of room to be able to go in there and clean that stuff up, and maybe get some of the field back, or at least be able to, you know, make it look better. But some of this little stuff I'll end up bringing the brush hog over and cutting down. But man, this grapple is an absolutely amazing game changer for sure, and really makes easy work of this stuff. So trying to protect the little cedar tree there and not mess it up, let it mature and hopefully grow about the same size as the other one over there, which would be really good. So, and this was done 1st November, so the weather was really nice. It was still, I think it was upper 80s that day, but makes it real easy to clean up. So if you have an opportunity to grab a grapple and mess around with it, play with it, you can do debris cleanup so fast with it. It just game changer. So there's a better view of the area I was talking about, the acre and a half. I'm gonna have to jump in there and clean up, but I'll end up probably having 5 or 6 brush piles. Since I've started cleaning up the fence line, I thought I had one gate, and since I've started cleaning up the fence line, this all used to be a bigger piece of property. Like, I think it was like 200 acres total, one owner back probably 20 years ago, and it's all kind of been sold off a little bit at a time. But I thought I had one gate to the property, and as I started cleaning up the fence lines, I've now found 5 gates total on the property. And one of the neighbors said there's actually another gate that I haven't got to yet because I haven't cleaned up the fence line totally, but it's getting there. This, like I said, this skid steer has made easy work of this, and it's been absolutely amazing. So it picks up the logs, it picks up the debris, the trash, weeds, rocks, whatever you got. It's absolutely amazing. So I appreciate y'all watching the video and sticking around, and all the support on the other videos, and I hope some of this helps. There's a technique that I kind of figured out a little ways through, where when I go up to it, if I tilt the bucket and drive into it and kind of tilt it over, my hoses almost aren't long enough. But yeah, right here, if I tilt it all the way over and and then grab, I can grab a lot more of the debris and have a bigger pile. But it took me a little bit. I'm still learning, and you know, that's how it goes. Is you learn by experience. But yeah, this thing's great. Really enjoying it, and appreciate all the support. Appreciate the thumbs up, subscribes, subscriptions, and everybody watching the videos. So I'll keep putting them out there. If I'm doing work, might as well put them out there. So thanks for sticking around, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment. One other thing I wanted to add real quick is I learned a little while back, and there's a video of me or my neighbor welding you'll see a green spring over there. It's like there it is. It's like a hose hanger. Yeah, there's a good shot of it right there. The hose off of that grapple, it's long enough. I can almost go totally vertical. It would help if it was, you know, a foot longer, but it would almost get stuck in between the hydraulics there. Whenever I would tilt all the way up or back to me, and I nicked one of the hoses one time because I wasn't paying attention, so I couldn't move quickly. I couldn't move fast or efficiently because I was always worried about those hoses dropping down by the bottom of the bucket and where those hydraulics are and getting into a pinch point. So having that spring welded on there, that hose hanger, man, it was a game changer, because I worked with this thing for probably, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks without that hose hanger on there, and I tried zip ties and tape and baling wire and bungee cords and all kinds of stuff, but in the end, that hose hanger is absolutely amazing. I ended up buying 2 just to have another one on hand, or if I needed to do anything else on another piece of equipment, I'd have it there with me. But that hose hanger was a lifesaver and a hose saver for sure, because it really keeps the hoses out of the way. So there's some adjustment to it, a learning curve to keep it, but it was really, really helpful. But right here I'm just clearing up, getting stuff out of the way, doing a little finer work, a little bit slower work, trying to clear it up. And I still got to bring the bucket over and lay some of that out and probably make the drainage ditch a little bit better. But yeah, it turned out amazing. It turned out real good. And right here's that big 1.5 acres that I need to get after eventually and start cleaning it up. But that'll be another time, and there's plenty of work to be done in this area, but it was a good day's worth of work for sure.
And that's what it looks like afterwards. I'm gonna keep that little cedar tree over there. I'll come back with the bucket, clean this up, smooth it out, but on to the next side over here. So thanks for sticking around. Come back, like the videos, watch the videos, and subscribe because it helps. Thanks.